All right, guys, welcome back. MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. If it's first time here, welcome everybody. Today, just wanted to just briefly. I had a few minutes before I just having my coffee. I was just thinking, okay, let's record. What am I going to talk about today? Just shit I've learned, guys. So there's been a lot. If you've never started a business or you've never started anything, you're gonna have a lot of pitfalls. You're gonna have a lot of mistakes you made, and here's just the few that I made. And I'm just letting you guys know there's no judgment in this. It's just one of those things that you just make mistakes, and a lot of it is you don't learn until you go through it. So one of them was during the pandemic. I was still collecting previously before that. I just wasn't really huge into it of making it a business or anything yet. I just had a few PCs, prior. But when the pandemic hit, FOMO hit, guys. We all done that. I mean, I'd be lying to say that I wasn't one of those that didn't think, holy shit, this is a gold mine type of deal. And it's a hobby that I love and I'm already in it. So the big FOMO I did was buying this shit. I bought a ton of wax, and bought a bunch of retail wax because I couldn't afford all the hobby boxes, things like that. Prices were skyrocketing, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy a bunch of these. I'm gonna hold on to them. I might sell a few here and there and flip them. I wasn't trying to flip everything. I was just trying to buy them and just hold them just to see, and then in case I wanted to rip too, because I like to open boxes once in a while. And I got over my head in that. I felt like I got to a point where, holy shit, I'm spending way too much money on wax that you don't know what's going to happen. And then exactly what happened, guys. So the last year and a half, 2 years after the pandemic, prices of retail wax and everything, it dropped, it went to shit, guys. And I definitely learned my lessons. I try to move as much as I could just to, I wouldn't say recoup, but yeah, recoup some of that money I spent on it and just move on from it. It was one of those, I chalk it up as a, lesson learned, that don't make rash judgment on just what what people are currently doing, and a FOMO, fear of missing out. It's fear of missing out that, oh shit, I'm gonna run out of wax. I'm not gonna have anything to open. Stores were, barely able to refill and everything. And, I'll be the first to tell you guys, I was one of those. I was like, holy shit, I gotta go get some stuff. I'm not gonna have anything to open. I'm not gonna have anything to sell if I wanted to. And I spent a lot of money, and I felt like, yeah, I chalk it up as a loss, guys. Simple as that. Chalk it up as a loss. If anybody who says, laughing, like, told you so, like, you know what? If you guys all knew that, then, you guys would have just sold me all your wax. I'm just saying, nobody knows how to predict the future in the market. You can only guess. And like I said, lesson learned. It was sadly learned, I guess, in the pocketbook, you can say. So that was one of them. Another lesson I definitely want to say was another, I guess you could even say, it was just rash judgment. So I did a video here. I'll post it up here, a link. I want to say I did the video maybe several months ago to last year, and actually several months ago, about some cards that I purchased that I overpaid. And it was one of those things where it was the height of the market during the pandemic. A lot of the rookie cards, you can see right there, from LeBron to Kobe Bryant. Now, I know they're GOATs and everything, but what I did was I didn't look at the market trend. It was going like this, and then I'm just buying at the very, very top of it. So some of these cards, it wasn't a ton. It was just some of these ones that I bought at the very, very peak. And then now if you go look at that video, you guys can see, and you can go see the comps on those specific cards now, how much I ended up, I wouldn't say wasting money, because I'm going to hold those cards. They're PCs. They're going to be cards that I keep pretty much for life. But it's just the thought of that I overspent. I 100% overspent on that, thinking that, it's going to keep on going up. I didn't think clearly. I was like, it was just one of those things. It was a rush. It was a mad rush. I wanted to make sure I got those cards as a PC. I wasn't going to flip them, but it was just one of those things where it's like, shit, man. Hindsight's a lot easier, Monday evening quarterback, when you can look back like, shit, I should have waited. I should have looked at the trends a little bit more and be more patient. That's the one thing I learned about this business, that, getting into it, that I have to be patient. You have to be more patient, whether buying certain cards, sourcing, all that stuff. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away from the card, not buy it. It's okay to walk away from a source, and not buy it if it doesn't make sense to you and your situation and mine. That's what I learned. I was like, shit, I could have walked away. I should have walked away. I should have purchased some of those cards at that time. I mean, you can always buy those cards. It's just like, I should have waited. I should have known that there's going to be, opportunities on the road. It's just one of those things where you have to be able to walk away if the deal doesn't make sense to you, or if it's too big of a risk. And I should have learned my lesson. Now, I lost a lot of money on those, because I wouldn't say lost a lot of money. I just overspent. That's the one thing that people forget. Unless you're a flipper and you're like looking to flip everything and everything you purchased, then yes, it's money lost. But if it's something that you purchase and you're gonna keep, or it's it has sentimental value to you, it's just you overspent. Then it's not that you wasted money. So you gotta look at it in that sense too. A lot of people, sometimes it's buyer's remorse. Did I have a little bit of buyer's remorse? Yes and no. On those cards, I felt like I just overspent on them. At the end of the day, I don't regret buying them, because I wanted those cards. That's the thing too, that people have to understand, that people laugh at others, and that's the one thing about the hobby in itself, that you see people making fun of other people, overspending, making bad decisions. Shit, man, we all freaking make bad decisions in life, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. We all make decisions. And it's one of those things where I felt like those were bad decisions on my end, and I'll own up to it, and I'll accept it, for what it is. Just don't tell my wife. Just don't tell my wife, guys. But I don't think she watches this shit anyway, so it's all good. That I definitely learned. And that's the last thing I just want to talk about is the patience key. That's one thing where I am a very impatient person. I can get very impulsive when it comes to purchase certain things, like, oh shit, I gotta get that. I can flip this lot, or I can buy this card if I want to flip it. I can. I get impulsive, but I've learned to become patient. As I mentioned previously, this is the first time here, guys. My wife works full time. There's no way I'd be able to do this business or even start this, online sports card selling if it wasn't for her. I don't recommend anybody quitting their job and trying to do this full time without having a crutch. It's as simple as that. If I didn't have her, I wouldn't have done this. There's no way, especially when I have a family, young family. There's no way I would do that. So I had to learn, and I had to have the support of her, knowingly that this is going to be a growing and a long journey. And when I say that, is that it's not going to be instantaneous. I'm going to make $100,000 selling sports cards within a month or 2 months. It's not. I mean, if I went high-end stuff, man, that's super risky. Yes, you can possibly make a living and make that much money at the very beginning, but it's really risky. I couldn't do that. I had to understand that this is going to be a process. I had goal set, and you guys seen previous videos. I have goal sets. I have certain listings, certain amount of sales, and it's a numbers game. And I'm growing it, and I had to make sure it was sustainable and continuously see the growth. I'm checking in regards to my numbers and everything every quarter, and I have to understand that it's going to be a very long journey to make this sustainable for a living and for what I want to do with this business and in the sports card, in this industry. I love this industry, guys. I love sports cards. I love sports in general, and I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. I mean, the last 6 months has been chaotic, hectic, but it's been a learning experience, as you guys see in the past several years in this industry too. But I wouldn't change it for the world, because I feel like I have full control of what success or failures come. It's on me, nobody else. So I just have to understand that it's patience. Patience is the very biggest key of this, and to grow this online sports card business, I have to understand that it's going to take years. I really feel that. I think for me to reach a certain aspect is probably, and I calculated out from where I really want to be and keep it sustainable for a one-man show. It'll probably take about 1.5 to 2 years. I already calculated out where I wanted to be on that. I was talking to my wife the other day. I go, man, it's cool to dream, especially, starting your own business. And, I was talking to her, I had this dream that, what if I grow this to the point where I have to actually hire somebody? And she's like, dude, it's a possibility. I go, man, that would be so cool. I mean, I think that would be like one of my biggest goals is that if I do this so well, I grow it to the point where I may have to, hire somebody. That would be cool. That's a dream of mine. I think if that comes to that point, that just means that I'm doing something right. Who knows? And like I said, it's going to be patience. You guys are taking this journey with me. So hopefully, like I said, if you guys have any advice, tips, anything like that, just, feel free to hit me up. I'm a easy person to talk to and get a hold of. And like I said, those are just some things that I've learned the past several years, and especially this past year, and then taking this full time. And that's what I've kind of learned. And I'm going to continuously learn. Is that a word? Yeah, continuously learn. So I'm going to keep on learning and growing, and hopefully I can get better at this business, and then just kind of, fine tuning what I want, and hopefully I reach my goals. And don't forget, check out the eBay store. I put the eBay store link in the description. Every little bit helps. Go get yourself a 99-cent card or a $1 card or something like that. Helps me out, guys. Other than that, man, if you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe. If you guys watch all the way through this, and like I said previously, if you don't subscribe, I guess, like I said, thank you for spending the time to watch this shit. So other than that, man, until next time, guys.